Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back here to another edition of Intuitive Angling, and thank each and every one of you very much for making some time to spend with me today watching the video. It's much appreciated. Today I'm going to give you guys an analysis of my first tournament of the year that's coming up this coming Saturday at Table Rock Lake. It's the first BFL Ozark Division tournament, and I'm going to give you guys sort of my thoughts on the event, and hopefully I'm going to keep you updated throughout practice and everything, how it goes. And by the end of the tournament, maybe you can learn something from what I did wrong or what I did right, depending upon how it unfolds. Before we get started, guys, I just want to remind you our time's running out. We've got our sale during the entire month of February on the SolarBat RB2 series, my signature series sunglasses. If you order them this February, by the end of February, you get 25% off on a pair of the sunglasses, and any purchase over $100, you get a grab bag free of SolarBat sunglasses. So I'll put the SolarBat link in the description. I think you guys will really like them a lot. Much appreciated. Okay, guys, BFL Table Rock coming up. I'm sort of excited about this. This is the first time that I fished the BFLs since I fished them 3 years, 1986, 1987, and 1988. And they were responsible for my start in my career because, no, wait, I'm sorry. It was 84, 85, and 86. Got it mixed up. 86 was the first year I started Bassmaster. So my first year fishing the BFLs was 1984, and I qualified for the BFL All-American that first year. And that's really what got me started. I got my first boat sponsor. So actually my roots, I'm sort of coming back to my real roots a little bit here with the BFLs. But this year I'm going to fish the Ozark Division BFLs and the Toyota Series Plains Division. Keeps me a little bit closer to home, and still gives me some feeds those competition juices. So anyway, here we go. Table Rock, what I think's coming up here. I've spent more time on Table Rock this winter than I have in any winter that I've ever fished down there. I've fished Table Rock Lake, for you guys know that follow the channel, for over 50 years. Man, I've spent thousands and thousands of days on the lake, and with my on the water lessons, I've spent a lot of time down there since December. But the thing about it is the lessons that I give are mainly jerkbait lessons. So I don't take anything with me all winter long when I go fishing at Table Rock. I take a couple boxes full of Megabass jerkbaits and some spinning rods, and that's it. So I don't fish the lake, to expand on other patterns other than that. So from that standpoint, it presents a little bit different scenario for me coming up here, because I'm going to have to obviously try some different techniques. Here's the thing about my analyzation. The reason I'm going to say I'm going to try some different techniques. Table Rock is a couple different things that are happening to it right now. The lake's came up a lot the last couple of weeks. It's come up 6-7 feet. You got a lot more off-colored water coming into the lake than you normally have this time of year. So it's creating a scenario that sort of unusual. Very rarely do we get this type of a rise in dirty water in February on the lake. So that's going to present some challenges. I don't see that as a positive thing overall. I don't see that as anything that's going to improve the bite, especially since the water temperature is so cold. Now, if the water temperature was warmer, that would open up some more options, but in reality, I see it making the lake fish even smaller than it normally does. And I think this is probably going to be a pretty large field in this tournament, being the first one. So here's sort of one of my thoughts on it. First of all, I am pretty confident that, if I had to bet on it, let me put it that way, this tournament's going to get live scoping with an Alabama rig, or live scoping with a underspin or something live scoping. As much as I hate live scoping, this tournament sort of set up for that type of deal, especially if those people get the right conditions. And the right conditions for that are going to be some type of a low light condition with some wind, clouds, or some type of a partly cloudy overcast. I don't see how the tournament, let me put it this way, the odds are highly in favor of the tournament getting one like that. Now, that being said, I don't think that's going to be the primary way to a lot of people is going to catch them there, because the Alabama rig at Table Rock is not like it used to be in the past. It's a low percentage deal. You may have 50 people in a tournament throwing the thing, not throwing it all day long, and maybe 3 or 4 of the guys will catch them on it. Everybody else struggles. That's sort of what the reality is with the Alabama rig there. So knowing into that is I'm not going to try to compete with the live scopers throwing an Alabama rig. So that's off the table for me. I can catch them on a jerkbait. I know every place on the lake to catch fish on a jerkbait, but the drawback with a jerkbait is that this time of year it's very difficult to catch a winning bag of fish on a jerkbait. I'm confident I could go out and catch a limit of fish on a jerkbait, but I don't think they're going to be the right size to win the tournament unless I just get an unexpected 7-pounder out of nowhere, which can happen, but the odds are against it. From what I've seen at Table Rock this winter, as far as the fishing goes, it's hard to get a big bite on a jerkbait. I mean, you can catch fish on it, but it can't really compete with an Alabama rig to win the fish. So for me, a jerkbait is going to be it's going to be I'm going to leave that as my last option, simply because I know I don't even have to practice, and I know I can go down and catch them on a jerkbait. I just know where they live. So what I'm going to try to do, I'm going to have 2 days of practice this coming Thursday and Friday for the tournament, and I'm going to spend my time fishing everything that I can think of other than a jerkbait or an Alabama rig, trying to find some type of an off-the-wall bite. What that looks like, I'm not really sure, because I haven't watched the extended forecast yet. But what my plan is I'm gonna check the weather forecast. I'm gonna check the conditions we're gonna have in practice and on the tournament day, and then I'm gonna spend the first day of practice down there really getting a feel for the water clarity. How's it setting up, how it's filtering out if we don't get any more rain between now and then. And once I see that water clarity in relationship to the water temperature, then I'll be able to determine the techniques that I need to possibly try to win it with some off-the-wall deal down there. My goal in this tournament, when you're fishing the BFLs, is everybody wants to win every tournament they go to, but I'm more concerned about just qualifying first of all for the regional championship on Lake Eufaula in Oklahoma, because I really like that lake. So I'm not gonna like get all crazy and just try to do nothing but win the tournament. I'm gonna try to put myself around what I feel is the most fished, and to get something that will give me at least an outside chance, to catch a couple quality fish during the day. So it's a little bit early for me to really get into my game plan. I won't know until I really see what the weather is going to unfold like over the next few days. But I look for it to be, an okay tournament. I mean, when you come up to February, there's a lot of bigger fish starting to move up and wanting to bite. And I don't look for everybody to catch them here. I think you're going to have a situation where the top 10 or 15 anglers in the tournament catch decent bags of fish. And what I mean by decent bags, I'm sort of talking in that 14 to 17 pound range. I'd be very surprised if somebody catches 20 pounds. It wouldn't shock me, but I mean, it'd be very surprised. I'm looking at probably 17, 18 pounds in that range will probably have a really good chance to win the tournament. And I don't know how many places they pay in the BFL, but I'm looking, if they pay 40 places, I'm going to guess you're going to have probably, 10 to 12 pounds to make a check under those scenarios there. So we'll see how it goes. I'm going to start practicing, like I said, guys, on Thursday. I'll give you guys a practice report Thursday, Friday, and then one on the tournament. And like I said, maybe we can all learn something from the end of the week. So thanks for tuning in. I'll see y'all later. See you.